Good evening, guys. Hello, traders, and welcome to another video analysis for the upcoming week, maybe even two. Let's start with the analysis. So the first pair I prepared for you is GBP JPY. Pound against yen. As you can see, price is currently in a downtrend. We see price made a hike. It mitigated something inside of this big gap that this move left, and it may move to the downside. Broke this structure here, and now we have a few options. What I will be looking for is for a price to increase from this zone right here and to get all the way up, and mainly I will look for sell into this area right here. Why? Because as you can see, because price made a strong push to the downside, break this structure, and it made a clear indication that sellers are currently in control. Here against Canadian dollar, as you can see, we are currently on a 4-hour time frame and we are on an uptrend. Why? Because price made a low, it made a hike, and we'll just wait and see what price does once it taps this buy zone. I can make it even smaller, but I'll just leave it like that. Ideally, I would like price to come to this zone, and then to get my time frame confirmation or smaller time frames. Confirmation of small time frames so I can enter and make some profit. Obviously, first target would be here. Why? Because usually once price meet their objective, it can reverse. But if not, yeah, price can also break this low right here, and this trading range, and we can continue lower and see price just coming all the way down to here because we have quite interesting area down here. So that's what I will be looking for on this pair. Pound against Canadian dollar, as you can see, price made a low, it made a hike. We are currently in an uptrend on 4 hour. It just like this low right here, but I would say that until we don't break this area right here, we can still look for some sort of buys, maybe even on this area right here. We can look for longs. However, I would just rather wait for tomorrow because it's Monday and to see how price develops. And once market um, get some liquidity, we can see which positions we will take and which moves occurred during the market open. Here against Swiss franc, as you can see, we still have this area right here left for price to come into. So I will just looking for price to come to this area right here, and then once we tap it, I will just look if we can get some sort of longs from here all the way up, or if not, you can see break of this zone and price continuing lower all the way down here. That would be very likely, but I will just wait and see. Why I would like to see price to come to this region right here is because we had a very nice sell zone right here. So again, just let's wait and see. We can also set the alerts. I have them many times. Just set alerts, and that's it. Now we wait, and then the application will send me a message when I have to look, and that's it. I can spare a lot of time with that. NZD against Canadian dollar, as you can see, we are currently in the downtrend. I just marked some structure, some breaker structures, and what I'm waiting for is price to from here to get into some buys before we get into the sales right here. Why would I go with sales? Because we are still currently in a downtrend, but if price wants to tell me different, I'll just look, see, and I will develop or apologize, I will adjust to the market. Um, so that's on this pair. Looks very interesting though, and very nice and clean structure. So let's just wait and we see if we can get into any buys before we get into the sales on the small time frames, and if we can secure more profits, and even if this sell position would not work, we'll still be in a profit because of the buy position, then we could just add another one and we can just ride the market with us. Euro against yen, as you will see, as many yen pairs, they have similar pictures because obviously they're all against the yen, but I would like to see for a price to come somewhere around this region right here, and then to get some sells all the way down to here. However, we will see what will euro do and if it will increase or not. But that would be ideally for me If not, we can also see price coming somewhere here and then looking for sells. But other than that, I would just leave it and I would wait to see if anything like this could occur. And then we have our first objective here. Why? Because it's the low and it's the first closest target to the market or to the price. Apologize. Swiss franc against yen. As you can see, we have similar story. I would like for a price to increase somewhere around this section right here. So any buys from here are valid. As you can see, some buys were valid already here. Why? Because as you can see, price made a hike, it made a low, in smaller time frames. Price made a hike, it made a low, took out this low, made a change of character, came into this buy zone, and now we can just wait and see if price can come somewhere around this region right here. This is risky trade because we're going against the trend, however it's still valid. We'll just look if we can get into any positions right here, but if not, I would rather just wait. We have now Sydney and Asian Open sessions very soon, so we should see on Monday morning in London session how market develops. Um, that's it in this pair. I'll not do anything else. We have Australian dollar against New Zealand dollar. As you can see, interesting picture and looks quite clean. Price took out this hike, then it changed the character with breaking this low or even this small trading range. Now it came into the sell zone and now we will look for entries on smaller time frames. Ideally for me would be to see if price can break this low right here. I'll just set the alert like this, and if price can break it, that'll be very good to see. If not, we can also see something like this. Yeah, price can do this, and then we look for sells. That will be ideally for me in this pair. And we look for sells obviously all the way down here. But if not, we'll just look for buys here. And if this structure is broken, I will just stay out of this pair. Kraden dollar against yen looks quite similar as other yen pairs. I don't need much explanation. We are in a downtrend, expecting price to come here and then to sell in this region right here, but we have to be aware of this gap still being unmitigated, which can cause price to continue higher, but we should see what will happen. Euro against New Zealand dollar, as you can see, we came into the daily higher time frame sell zone, and we have now two options. Either price can go up and take out the hike like this, and then we will move higher, or either we can get some sells and we get some minor structures, point break of structures, and then we look for sells. So buys and sells, and it's possible. However, currently, if I would want to look for sells, I would literally need to wait for the price to break this region right here to match my rules. So I think this would be more likely for the price to come like this, and then maybe we get some sort of sellers into the market. You also have to be aware of the volume, just like look at it. If you look at the volume, as you can see, we have some bullish volume present. So nothing too much, but we can be aware of it because this can cause price to go through this high, take it out, and then you can look for sells, and that would be even maybe better if price goes up and fake movement goes to the downside. Forward, when looking at stand or against Swiss franc, as you can see, price is just approaching our buy zone, so I will just wait for this buy zone tap. I just have to right on this right here. Okay, that's it. I will not look for anything else. If we get into this zone right here, we can just look for some sort of buys. That'd be great. Canadian mortgage Swiss franc, as you can see, we currently just came to the buy zone. We have sales right here, so we want the daily price to ride all the way back up. If that can happen, that would be good. Probably some buy positions was more available right here. So as you can see, I would say maybe this was quite varied. So as you can see, price took out the low, made a fake on the downside, took out the hike, had nice recovery, we had some buys on right here. Price probably just missed it. Price, yeah, so price just missed it by a bit. but then it's also valid setup for buys. So if you got in well done, if not, just wait. Yes, so when I use dollar against Canadian dollar, as you can see, price just came into our sell zone. So now what I would like to see is either for price to give me confirmation of small time frames to enter, which is for me currently the break of this low right here, or we will see price took out this hike right here, and then we can see some structure manipulation, and if dollar will be strong, we can see literally change of the trend, and if not, we can just see some structure manipulation on small time frames, and we can look for sales all the way down here. Now, NZD against US dollar, as you can see, NZD is still weakening because of previous week news. I will still look for just price to reverse a bit and to come to the sell zone. Maybe look for some sales again, as the structure now is quite bearish. And we can look some, we can get into some buys before we get into sales that would be very good as well. But I will just wait and monitor the positions from tomorrow on, or the pairs from tomorrow on. US dollar against yen, as you can see, quite clear structure. We are bearish currently, so just wait and see what happens right here into this zone right here. And we can get into any buys maybe before we get into sales. That will be also very good from this area right here. However, this is the interesting area for me. I would like price to come all the way up here. But this will only happen if the US dollar will get its strength back, which is quite possible because of the news that are going on. But we should see and wait. Currently, the structure is still bearish, so just let's wait and see what happens. Euro against US dollar, as you can see, price came into the daily high time frame. Um, That's not really sell zone, but we just came very high on the higher time frames. And as you can see, price made a low, made a high, but previous structure again here was just an alter and it was quite clean. Price made a low, made a high. Previous structure was broken. Here it came to the buy zone, made a move back up, came to the buy zone, came and made another move back up. Let's wait and see. If not, we will just be aware of this. Okay, and maybe even aware of this. But currently I'm still bullish on euro against US dollar, and we should see very soon what will happen. Um, we just like some zones like here we have. But yeah, as you can see, euro is quite high, so we still have a lot of targets to meet all the way down here, which would be very nice to see. But let's go with the structure and with what we see now, what we think. Pound against US dollar, as you can see, price just came to the daily sell zone as it was marked out already in the previous video analysis which I posted out for you. As you can see, as soon as it tapped it, we just made a strong push to the downside, break this structure. So what I would now ideally like to look for is maybe some buys tomorrow on GU against um, dollar, and then to look if we get reasons price to drop in these areas right here. And if it can, we can see a huge drop into the price, and we have some possible targets. And yes, we have some possible targets. So just let's wait and sit on our hands and just react when price give us the reason to react. And the last analysis, one of the last is just US dollar currency index. As you can see, current price action is bearish still. Price is making hikes, lows, higher lows, lower lows, higher lows. And can we now see price making this again? Can we see this? And then we either drop from here or we then can increase all the way up to maybe even here. Who knows? Biden is also out for the president and he will make some announcements. Maybe that will impact DXI positively. Um, but we should see. We also have some other news which I should tell you on the beginning, but I did not. So I will also make another video on the news, if not now, next time. Um, yeah, but that's just let's look at how it's the DXI look on the higher time frame. As you can see, price on the weekly time frame, it came into the it came into the buy zone in a way. So it made the high, it made the low, it made a strong pullback to the downside. So now we can literally see the XI increasing in its trend. We can see maybe some push all the way up to here in the upcoming months/weeks. It will also depends on how US economy will be. And yeah, let's just go forward quick to some other pairs. The gold, it dropped quite massively, looking for some the price to that. And it is also there some pullbacks. Probably some pullbacks would be nice. Why? Because price is quite dropping quite much. So just let's look what happens. But I would not. I will just stay out of this pair the next week, to be honest. Just like leave this. And mainly this pair I just showed you before. Um, Gold are the one I have on my watch list, which is quite too much, but still have to just look and see which give me the most reason to risk my capital. As you can see, we can also see some potential, from here to here, and then maybe some drops for it again, like this. Very nice. Just educational. As you can see, dollar Swiss franc, it dropped down quite massively. It had reasons to drop by price made a high, made a low break structure, came to the side and dropped quite nicely. As soon as it tapped the Arctic pocket area, which I posted also in previous week, we want to see any spare. As you can see how nice it was to see. Just look at this. So price came into the buy zone. It took out the previous low. I apologize. And now just made a high. It made a low. It swept this liquidity, took out the low, break the structure, made a change of character right here, and it came into this buy zone, and it just very strongly pushed to the upside. Soon as the buyers come to the market back, this can be our first target, and then we can look for some sellers, and then to see what happens. The other pairs against dollar. So I will stop talking now. Just go through some so you can look at. But yeah, mainly I did not um, talk about these pairs because we are now over all the pairs. But mainly I did not talk about these pairs because I will not trade them. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was quite long, but we have a lot of possible and potential video analysis. I mean, apologize, potential, trades for us. So I will just be monitoring the positions. Large alerts are mainly set. I will set them, but then once the alerts are triggered, just go to the chart, see if it matches the rules. Just enter the chart, enter the trade, and manage risk correctly so that you on your account and either if you're a fan trader don't shouldn't break some rules. That's it guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Apologize for some mistakes I made or for some words I said not correctly. It's quite late here, posted a few times. Something was wrong with my connection, so just posting again on second video or third. But that's it. God bless you. Trade well, just keep your focus and follow the rules. And you can do it. Everyone can do it. Just don't give up, okay? Everything's gonna be fine. Thank you for the following. Thank you for subscribing, for boosting my posts. Hopefully this channel helps you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to text me. That's it. Have a good day, have a good evening, and have a good week. Blessings. Bye.